everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story, because nobody has ever heard my side of the story.
Oh, hi. I'm Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this bad wolf thing started. It's all messed up. Maybe it's because of our diet. It's not our fault we eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. I mean, if burgers were cute, people would think you were big and bad too.
But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. Way back in, once upon a time, I had a terrible sneezing cold. And I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig. He built his house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called.
Little pig, are you in?
No answer!
I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig.
Dead as a doornail.
He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw.
So, I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there.
I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have that cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. Now this neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not by much. He had built his house out of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house.
Nobody answered!
I called.
Mr. Pig, are you in?
He yelled back.
You can't come in, Wolf. I'm shaving the hairs off my chinny chin.
I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there, the second little pig, dead as a doornail, Wolf's on. Now you know, food will spoil if you just leave it out there in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. And I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called.
Little pig, are you in?
Get out of here, Wolf! Don't bother me again!
Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me just one little cup for my dear old sweet granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. And then the third little pig yelled,
And your granny can sit on a pig.
now I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but But when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down this pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history.
Oh, hey, but maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar?
The end.